Hey Scorpio, welcome back. Sorry I missed you last week. However, I am feeling much better now, so I can give you all I have and hopefully more. I am using a new deck this week. It's the Tarot of Mystical Moments. I am really loving this deck. It is an intuitive read. So a lot of the messaging will be intuitive and not so much the traditional meanings of the cards. Okay, if that throws anybody for a loop. First card out we have for you is Queen of Pentacles. Let's see what other cards we get to set up the story here. We have the Devil card. Ooh. Scorpio, if I recall correctly, your readings can be very juicy and somewhat elusive, I want to say. So I'm very curious to see what the scoop is today. Four of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Oh Lord, here comes the cat. And then we have the Empress, the Seven of Swords, and the Hermit. Interesting. These are some of the same cards that Taurus just got, and I shuffled for a good solid 2 minutes too. So anyways, and 10 of Swords on the bottom. Immediately I'm drawn to this one first, and I just feel like right now in your life you've got a lot of things on your mind, and you're feeling a bit pained by it. You know, it's almost that sensation when you've got a really bad headache and you're just like, oh, like everybody just go away, like I just need a minute. This is kind of the overarching energy that I'm feeling. I do feel like the Queen of Pentacles is your energy. I believe that you're someone that's very down to earth, that you're very calm. I think there's a lot of people that depend on you. I think you're probably at work in a leadership position is what I'm getting here. I think you carry yourself with grace and style, but I think that inside it can feel like this. So on the outside, you probably look cool, calm, collected. You're kind of there for everybody. You're there to support everybody. But on the inside, you're just like, ugh, like it gets pretty heavy at times, okay? There's something going on here with respect to matters of the heart. Honestly, I'm going to skip over the Devil for a minute because I'm really drawn to this Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups together. Again, I really get this feeling because you might be in a leadership position that you really have to set really strong boundaries and maintain distance within at least the work relationships. I think that you keep your home life very private. My apologies for the cat coming in and mucking up the cards. She doesn't come in often, and generally when she does, there's something to be learned from it. So we'll go with the flow here, and that might be something that you need to hear right now is, again, this feeling of things kind of being all over the place right now. Take a deep breath and let's just go with the flow, okay? But in any event, as I was saying, there's something about you needing to separate, you know, your private life from your public life sort of thing, and there's a guardedness about you. I think you're someone who also has to guard your heart. You keep that to yourself. That's also very private. I think your job might entail something where you need to be this way. Oh, I smell like fur burning. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, just a minute. I'm just gonna pop her off before she sets herself on fire. I think at work you might get interrupted a lot, and sometimes it might be really frustrating. Like you're just almost at your wit's end, and you can't let other people see it. This is what I'm hearing, okay? Constant interruptions is what I'm hearing, as well as like kind of tidy things up here. Okay, so back to it. I think that you're possibly in a position of power, like I was saying, because it's again, I get this Black Widow energy, but not in the romantic sense. Almost like, you know, if you're working with a lot of masculine energy, you have to be this stoic person. You have to be this person who really has your stuff together. You can't appear weak or what you think is weak. You can't appear vulnerable. I just heard like you can't really be yourself, which is really quite a shame. Um, so that kind of lays the foundation of the reading, okay? It kind of just describes your life. This leaves you feeling a bit empty. It's funny, this card actually reminds me of someone I used to work with, and I feel like I'm speaking to that person right now. Um, is how this feels. Yeah, which is interesting, but I won't get into that. But at any event, there's something here. There's a new idea. It's something about a new beginning. It's something that you've been working on. This is your baby. I'm hearing that this is something that you have put your heart and soul into. This is something I think that you've been dreaming about for a long time. This is something that you held very close to your heart and you didn't tell anybody, okay? This was kept quiet. This is actually a different side of yourself. Whatever this new opportunity is, or this new business venture is, this new role that you're stepping into, it's going to be something where you can be more yourself, and you're not kind of working in this political environment, this power dynamic environment where you're having to be all the things that I mentioned up here, okay? I feel like I just heard something like this is your crown gold moment or something. But this is not like a baby. This is definitely not a baby coming to fruition. I feel like this is something, again, something that you've been working on, a project that you've wanted to bring to fruition. It's something that you've wanted to birth that is a beautiful new beginning for you and will let you embrace the softer aspects of yourself, I'm hearing, okay? And like I said, you've kept this quiet. You've kept this to yourself. It's something that is very important to you. It's something very special to you, and you're going to take care of it, okay? You had a lot of ideas at one point, I think. You had a lot. 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You had about 4 other ideas that you were working on or that you had your hand involved in, but this particular one was the winner. This is the one that brought you the most balance and brought you the most peace, I'm hearing, okay? The Hermit energy, I feel like this is the energy that you've been sitting in for some time. You know, there's choices that needed to be made. It's almost like you had your feet in 2 worlds and you had to decide which direction you were going to go, okay? And when you took some time to go inwards and time alone, you might have kind of gone through a depressive type period during this time that you were, you know, being introspective and weighing out which path to choose. You received this illumination, okay? I feel like one choice was definitely, I think you knew in your heart that this was the right choice to make. But it was difficult because if you didn't look at the big picture, these two look like equal opportunities. These two things, if you were to make a pros and cons list, they would have been the same on the sheet. Like it would have been really difficult. You really had to step above this and really rise above and look down at the situation, okay? And really, like I said, really go within and spend some time to really decide which one. And you intuitively knew. You intuitively knew. And whatever choice you made is bringing you back to your true self. And it's going to reveal a gentler side to you because I feel that people probably looked at you as rigid, cold, materialistic, a bit of a viper, honestly. Like, not a viper, but weaving webs and hearing, like, you know, telling people what they wanted to hear, making things look good on the outside, you know, in a work environment. And again, this is not to diss you. This is not a negative, not at all. Please don't take it that way. This is who you had to be on the outside in order to compete in a world that was, I'm just like hearing like politically charged, or you felt you had to be that way. I don't know if you were working in a mainly masculine environment, but yeah, this is what I'm getting here. And now you can embrace the more feminine aspects of yourself and slow down. I'm also getting a slow down energy, one that's much more peaceful and balanced, okay? I feel like you probably have a huge heart. I feel like you're probably a very emotional person and have really, you know, these emotional depths that people don't get to see very often, which is kind of a shame that you've had to hide that for so long. Interesting. King of Cups energy there. I don't know if there was somebody around you who either has water in their chart or just kind of have this energy about them, but this person was able to help you kind of balance 2 sides of yourself. They were someone who understood what you were going through. They were someone that understood about keeping appearances on the surface. You know, this is probably somebody that you actually worked with, is what I'm feeling. And this was somebody that, again, really understood what it was like to have to be one thing and one person, you know, in a work environment. But the stormy seas that kind of went on below that, the emotional turbulence that maybe you had that you couldn't talk about at work, and it left you and this person feeling quite lonely and devoid. Like it wasn't, I'm just hearing it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. And I wonder if this person maybe got out of this environment and was able to show you through that you could do the same. Okay? They played a big role in that. I don't feel like this is a romantic relationship. I feel like this is just a really strong soul bond, a friendship. And again, I feel like the two of you did work together. I don't know if the two of you had or held a position that was like the same, how do I say this? If you were kind of the same on the ladder, if you will. I'm having such a hard time putting this into words. If the two of you were equals on the ladder at work, but you were just a little bit higher, for some reason you were just a little bit higher. Okay. All right, what else can we get here? Whoa. The Lovers. Yeah, this person helped you with a choice. You two are very linked to each other, I feel like. You two understand each other. And again, I don't feel like this is romantic. I feel like this is a platonic relationship. But this person helped you make this choice. I think that you had ideas. I think this person was your rock during this time period, during this transformation. This person helped you. They were your rock. I think they assisted you. I think that the communication was strong between the two of you. You felt like you could tell this person your deepest, darkest secrets. They were very loyal. They were very classy. They were someone you could trust, is what I feel in this list Lovers card here. Yeah, there's just something between you that the two of you could relate on the same level, and this was very helpful for you in branching out, I'm hearing, on your own, okay? Whatever this new idea was, this new venture. I do feel you might lose some money. Not a lot. You might lose some money, but the bounty is more plentiful is what I'm hearing. So it's almost like what you might lose in money, you're going to gain in sanity and peace, quite honestly. And you're going to be able to be yourself, which is the highest and the best for you. I feel like from a very young age, your family had influenced you and had taught you that you must be a certain way in public. Like you must convey yourself in a certain way, and to do so otherwise is unbecoming. And it's something that, you know, you don't bleed out your heart everywhere at work and stuff like that, or within, you know, that sort of thing. And I guess that's common sense that we don't do that at work, but it's like you don't show any side of yourself. You do what looks good. It's all about looking good is how you were raised, is what I'm feeling. The Page of Cups. There's something about curiosity here. Emotional curiosity. I don't know if you've had some more time to kind of go within and see the simpler things in life and enjoy that. So if, you know, I don't know if you've spent some more time at home recently where you've been able to kind of relax and just daydream or think about silly little things, or do something, a hobby of yours that you've really enjoyed doing that kind of takes you back to the basics, and you're just, you know, in that more. But it's almost like this very relaxed energy that has nothing to do with this up here. Like this would certainly be at home. Two of Swords. Just to me, this talks about a time when you've had to really think about what you wanted. I just get this energy of like, is this how I want to live the rest of my life? Like, I think you had some downtime and it afforded you the opportunity to ask, like, what do I really want? I think for so long you had so many people in your ear telling you what to do and how to do it and how to say it and like, you know, all of these things. You were blinded to what you wanted. What the hell do I want in my life? What is it? What direction do I want to take? You know, doesn't that matter? And so I think again, there was some time off that afforded you the ability to look at this and to think about these things. Because you can see this energy up here that you're in this work environment. Do you see like this? It's regal, there's responsible, there's, you know, it's carrying a heavy load, this one here, right? And then when you look at these two here, it's youthful, it's letting yourself go, being a little more relaxed, having time to think, you know, this person didn't have that. This person had to be on all the time. Okay, this cat is driving me nuts, you guys. Why now, Abby? I don't know if this old environment, again, because the cat is here, my cards are slipping, she's leaving fur all over my tablecloth, you know, she's wrinkling it up and stuff like that. I don't know if you just never felt like you could win in this work environment. There was always something going on that was distracting you, there was a fire to put out every time you turned around, and it's just like, I think you just had enough. You've just had enough. So you've got the Emperor coming out, the Strength card, and the King of Pentacles. Interesting. So we have the Emperor and the Empress. Potentially you're married to somebody that's an Emperor, so they could have Aries energy. Or they could also be a leader in their career as well. Very similar energies. This person, they've definitely done, I wonder if you're married to them actually. It almost feels like it. There's somebody who's been doing what they're really good at for quite some time. This is someone who's quite wise. This is someone who's in charge of a lot of people. This is someone who has a lot of responsibilities as well. This person, though, seems to, you know, I was going to say they seem to enjoy it a little bit more, but they've kind of got that vacant look in their eyes as well. But I think it's really important to them. Like for this person here, this isn't nearly as humble as the Queen of Pentacles energy is. This is more somebody who loves to be adorned with success. This is someone that could have maybe multiple degrees, is very proud of it. This is somebody who likes to live very comfortably, potentially like in a really nice big house in a nice area. This is a type of person where that won't change for them, I don't think. I think this person enjoys those things. I think they enjoy being very well dressed, being respected, kind of being the king. I just heard the king of the castle, if you will. There's somebody that I'm getting this sense, there's somebody like back in the old days that would have loved to have a portrait painted of themselves, right? So, if they're not an Aries, they definitely have that Aries-like energy. They enjoy being the leader, and although they're not as emotionally tuned in as you, they have no interest in changing that, is what I'm trying to say. They would never give up their 3D material successes for happiness, okay? Because in their mind, that is what makes them happy. I don't really think that, gauging by this card, but that's how they feel about it, okay? I think they're looking on at you. There's somewhat a bit of I'm not sure. I don't think you feel noticed by this person. I think you almost feel second best to this person sometimes, or sometimes that they take care of you, when in actual fact, you give them just as much in return. Yeah. This King of Pentacles, I feel like could have been that person that you were working with. Could be a Virgo energy. That card's not entirely clear to me right now. But there's something, this Emperor is looking on to your strength, and there's just something about it. I feel like there's not an emotional connection there, like a deep emotional connection. It's very superficial, is what I'm hearing. I'm sorry to like if this isn't sitting well with someone, but it's just it's what I'm hearing, and so I'm gonna pass it on to you as I hear it, right? I sometimes think that you have to cater to this person's ego, and I think they make you feel like a little girl. I think sometimes I don't know if you feel that they take care of you in some respects, that you know that inner child. There's something about inner child here, and this person. Like I don't want to be weird to make it sound like it's like who's your daddy sort of thing, but it's almost like that. Like it's almost this energy of you might like a parent-child dynamic is what I'm getting. I'm sorry, I have to be honest. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing in this. Okay. Um, yeah, I want to leave that there. I really don't want to go any further with that. I'm really feeling inclined to not spend a lot of time on that. Seven of Wands. Again, this is usually like my ego card or my Venus and Leo card. I'm hearing something about breaking out, like breaking free, and again, it's falling right below this Lovers card. And again, I feel it relates like this person that showed you that there's another way, there's a way out, that they got out, sort of thing. And I think they're showing you that you too can break free, like you can break free from ego. You being in this career probably in the end had more to do with ego than it did actual enjoyment, status, those sorts of things. So we've got the Hanged Man and the King of Pentacles coming out next. Yeah, there's just this energy of you spending time to think about this situation. And again, it was spurred on by this connection here with this other person. Okay, the energy is very similar in those two cards. They really got you thinking. They really got you thinking. And the outcome of this is this King of Pentacles, which is interesting because now we have both of the King of Pentacles card coming out, okay? And so with that, it's like, again, this could be the energy of that other person and they've succeeded. You two are very different people though. This King of Pentacles, this coming into yourself by leaving this old position behind and starting a new one or a new project leaves you still in a position of doing very well for yourself, but there's a very different energy in this card. It's a softer energy. Look at those two cards, right? Look at the look on her face. She doesn't feel that strain and that pressure, okay? She can be herself, right? She can balance home and work better. It's just a much, much better energy to be in. And still, like again, the money, again, there is showing that you will lose some status, you will lose some money, but the peace that you gain from this, again, is going to be well worth it, okay? Well worth it. Yeah, exactly. So with the Page of Swords here, you've spent the time, you've invested in this. I think you probably have done a lot of study in your career. You have climbed the ladder. You have graduated. You've graduated to this point where you can live an authentic life, I'm hearing. The seeds are planted. The seeds are planted. You've again, I'm just seeing this climbing of the ladder and there's been thistles along the way, but now like it's kind of like you've reached the cream of the crop, if you will, okay? You've graduated into this next phase of your life. So good for you. This is amazing. This would not have been easy to do. And not, but it would have been a series of events that led you to this eventually. Sorry as I bend myself in a contortion to get around. I've been getting this card every day for the past 2 days in the readings. I think almost every single person has gotten it. This is your wish come true. This is something, again, with this intuition, you knew this is what you wanted. You aimed for this and you weren't going to give up until you got it, okay? So you manifested this. You created this. You made this happen, okay? That's all you. Oh, please don't make me bend over again. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I think there is this energy. This feels like past energy to me, where you realize that all you had to do was stand up and fly. You could have left this situation at any point in time, okay? You could have left it at any point in time. And you did. You popped off the top and you flew. You grew your wings and you got to it. I'm just being drawn back to this this Emperor energy again. This could have been someone at work too. This doesn't necessarily have to be like a partner, like a spouse or something like that. Someone that you worked with that just made you feel small, made you feel like a child. Okay, I was called to that for somebody out there as well. The World. This is the ending. This is the ending of your old life and the beginning of a new. If we get the Fool out, that would be so cool. But yeah, it's about this part of your life coming to an end and a new cycle beginning. Okay, the Sun. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous card. You know, I'm just being drawn again to talk about what I talked about in one of the videos yesterday when I got this card. It might have been the Virgo reading. It was Blackbird. I thought it was Blackbird Fly, but it's Blackbird by Sarah McLachlan. You might want to listen to that song. That might hold some significance for you, either energy-wise or the lyrics in it or something like that. But it's like you did this. This is a new life for you. Do you feel the lightness in this card compared to the Queen of Pentacles over here, where it's this heaviness? Like, look at the look on her face, right? Your life is about to get a lot lighter. And the Sun, you know, traditionally is the happiest card in the deck. It's bounty. It's the best of things happening. Yeah. It's magical. It's mystical. And you can just see when I look over here at these cards, they're very serious. The look on the character's face is very serious, somber, somewhat sad, forlorn, you know, whatever word you want to use. But when we look over here at the energies here, particularly yours outside of the Hermit, we're seeing smiling and peacefulness. The energy is remarkable. And if my cat wasn't sitting on half of the reading right now, I could probably show you a little bit better, but cards are everywhere and she's not moving. So you're just going to have to trust me or rewind and go back and look. Scorpio, we're starting to run into the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to try to wrap this up for you. Ace of Pentacles, what did I say? A new seed was planted, a seed was planted, and here comes the new beginning. Again, this is something that you've been working towards. The lightness of this energy is beautiful. You've done it. This is absolutely beautiful. Okay, we'll see if one more card comes out before we wrap it up, Scorpio, because I feel like I'm starting to repeat myself, which means the message has been conveyed. Okay. Let's go to the Moonology. Excuse me, Abby. Do not let yourself on fire again, girl. Just give these a quick shuffle. I feel like currently, or you will in the future, be a lot more comfortable with messes in your life. You might be a little more easygoing now. You might have an easier time with things not being perfect. If you were a perfectionist before, you're going to let that go, okay? And not 100%, but definitely much more comfortable with it than you used to be. This person was a perfectionist. Everything had to be just so. And again, I feel like, yeah, that probably was part of your personality, but I feel like the work environment that you were in demanded it. Or else you would have been eaten alive, is what I'm getting. If not by others, just of your own self-critical interpretations. One more shuffle here. All right. One last oracle card for our beautiful Scorpios today. Wonderful, wonderful. The answers you need are coming. Step out of your comfort zone. Yeah. And what have you done? You know, if you are waiting on... Sorry, guys. I had those up too high. If you are waiting for answers to come in, if you are, you know, if there's something, it's coming, is what this is telling you, okay? Full moon in Gemini. I have no idea what the next full moon is. Yeah, you can look that up if you're curious, but I'm not going to dwell on that right now. I'm not really good at astrology, so I tend not to get too much into it. And step out of your comfort zone. I honestly feel, and this is North Node, I don't feel like Spirit is calling you to step out of your comfort zone. I think you already have. I think you're already working towards fulfilling what you were really supposed to be doing in your life purpose, or moving in the direction of where you need to go next in your life. So I think I'll just end it by saying, like, brava, Scorpio, you've done a wonderful job. New beautiful things are coming in for you. If they haven't already, it's very possible that they have. You've taken, the lessons given to you through whatever divine being, universe, whatever, you believe in, and you've made this happen. And it's a very beautiful thing. And I wish you all the best. So, Scorpio, thanks so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please be sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe with others so that we can continue to grow this beautiful community of people that is forming quite quickly, in my humble opinion, anyways, in my little part of the world. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.